So, Brad, I think that's an important observation that you're making. And that was really what I was trying to explain during the first part of my comments today. Excuse me for 1 second. Something in my throat. Anyway, so as we have added the percent positive rate, that was really done because with the infection rate or the incidence rate, which was the first metric we used, people figured out and counties figured out that the fewer positive tests you had on a daily basis, the better your color got. So counties were not testing and people weren't showing up to testing events. And we saw the number of tests go down by about half of what we've been doing to just around 3,000 a day from what we've been doing about 6,000 a day. And ultimately, we know that the key to control COVID spread in a community is to identify those asymptomatic or pre-symptomatic people that are infected but don't know it and can spread to 80% of other people. And that's a really small percent. 5 to 9% of people infected spread to 80%, and 70%, 70 of people infected don't spread to anybody. So more testing identifies those people. But the more we test, because the percent positive rate then incentivizes people to test, because the more you test, the lower that rate goes, then we know by identifying more people that are positive, initially we'll see a opposite direction between the percent positive rate that'll go down and the infection rate that will go up. And I think that's exactly what you're seeing in some of the counties. And ultimately, because again, remember the infection rate there's no reference to how many tests it takes to get the number of positives. The infection rate just counts the daily number of new positives and corrects it for 100,000 population. So we anticipate that we would see divergence, different directions between the percent positive rate that would get better, would go lower with more testing, and the infection or incidence rate that would go higher initially with more testing. But as we take those super spreaders away from other people, we anticipate that they both will start to move in the same direction. So as the governor said, what we have done is have allowed the counties to use the better of the two ratios. So we continue to incentivize more testing, which is the cornerstone of our control approach.